Yeah, there we go. So, a nice, bright, kind of snowy winter wonderland sort of morning, and I'm going to get a back pump. My plan is to get a back freaking pump. And I've got, I either have immediate cardio after, or I'll save the first session of post-workout cardio for a little while longer. I got to get the tires checked in this thing. The back left one's going on me a little bit. Like it's not dropping too quick, but I put a bike pump in the back because I'll come in, I'll check it. This morning it was down to 8 psi, but they'll hook me up. So yeah, January 2nd. So I've been doing. I'm still gonna get it fixed. Like I'm gonna order a replacement part for the cardio bike that I've got in the gym, just for accessibility's sake, because the deeper I get into prep, the more like I don't want to do anything else. I just want to get a pump, do my cardio, come back, get a pump, do my cardio, come back, and then also there's cardio at home. But for now, the biggest thing I want to change from last year's prep is I don't want to just freaking seclude myself like a spider. I guess not like a cool web. I'm talking like a hole in the wall, little kind of spider, and just toil away on my cardio in private. So I've been liking doing my 45 at the Planet Fitness close to my gym. So I come in and hit my own pump, and then go hit the P-Fit bike or like the Y or an Anytime or something, just to to sort of change it up, right? Because it's fun. I was just talking to a guy. He's like, well, "What are you doing cardio here for?" It's cooler, man. I don't need to just sneak away completely. Like doing cardio when other people are around, that's when I do kind of feed off the energy. Plus, when there's just more stuff going on, it's more interesting and it kind of distracts you from the fact that you're pedaling, and time just kind of passes a little quicker, So that's at least that's one of my tips for getting your cardio done. And I saw a couple of people who I hadn't seen before. It's not like a guarantee that they just came in there for the first time, but I saw them doing their cardio. They weren't playing on their phone. They didn't have headphones in. Like they were just sitting there pedaling. And if that's how you like to do it, whatever, then that's good. That's what you like to do. But for me, I'm like, dude, I want to make it as distracting and just like, I don't want to say mind-numbing, but like as entertained as possible, because I want to make it feel easy. Like sure, you could sit and do your cardio extra high difficulty, really like you're getting yourself in this zone of just. But I feel like you can kind of burn yourself out that way. If I had the choice between making cardio feel like a total chore or just like another thing that I do in my day, like nothing. Well, guess what? That's what I want it to feel like. But I guess I can understand, like, if you're coming into the gym and you're thinking, like, okay, this is going to be this real hardcore, intense training. I'm going to get freaking serious this year. Then keep that energy, of course. But don't forget, you are going to do this today and tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that, consecutively for however long you've done it. I'd have to look back, because I definitely started working out in my junior year of high school. So in between sophomore to junior. So that would have been when would that have been? Yeah, that would have been right in the summer of 2018. So from then to now is about 7.5 years. 7.5 times 365. I don't know. It's just too much to figure out. But either way, I'm pretty sure I'm around like 2,600, 2,700 days. And I don't think I've taken that many rest days in that whole period. So I'm definitely past the 2,500 lift mark. And shit, man, I'm hyped up for the next 2,500, right? I'm excited to be able to say, yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm at 10,000 lifts, and the tricky part about that sort of flex is like there is no speeding it up. There is no cramming 1,000 workouts or 100 workouts or even one workout. Like it just simply requires what it takes to get that one done. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a cool feeling to have later on. Like, it took a while, and then now you've done this thing for so long, and nothing's gonna change that. You know what I'm saying? But playing for back, I'll just have to see. You know, my back days would get a little simpler when I'm dieting because I'm not trying to like leverage new lat growth. Like, the whole point of dieting is just maintaining all the muscle I've already built, you know, as much as I can, and then losing body fat on the outside of it. So for me to maintain my back, I don't necessarily need to have a upper lat, like, you know, kind of intentionally training day of super heavy, like pull downs followed by pullovers followed by whatever, like to really target one specific weak point that I've been working on, because I'm just trying to hit the whole thing, you know. So dieting, I'm least likely to do just an lat only day or like a trap or mid back only day. Bulking a little more, because like I want to really, I'll say like, okay, I'm going to leverage some lat growth with this back workout. But dieting, I just need to get a pump. You know, I need to hit everything top to bottom, at least a little bit, fill it up with blood, get it squeezing and moving, and pose down, be able to call it a day, you know. So how exactly that's going to go down, I guess we'll just have to freaking see. I'll try to pick some new movements I haven't done for a little while, but sometimes I end up falling for the opposite logic of, well, I've been doing these movements for a while, they've been working, let me stick with those. So you gotta have sometimes you gotta be able to discern what's better, right? Trying something new or sticking with Old Faithful. And whichever one you pick, you're probably not going wrong, as long as you freaking bring it. So yeah, I think there's nothing else to say. Let's get this back pump started. All right, so not a very surprising start, but I think a basic pull down will do me well. And I think I can say this with some certainty, don't overestimate your ability to like think up a new movement and like think up like a brand new crazy way of doing things. I'm not saying don't do that either. Like, this is kind of a nuanced take, like obviously change it up. But there's a reason every gym has a pull down. There's a reason every gym has dumbbells. There's a reason every gym has a seated row. You know, these basic movements really do most of the job. Like, if I had to condense everything in here to just, you know, kind of bare minimum, and by bare minimum, I just mean like having at least a specific piece for each muscle group back. I mean, if you give me a cable stack and then one pull down, that's basically all I need. You know, like if he said, Sam, guess what? You didn't hold the door for this old lady. She was actually a witch, and now you're cursed to only do pull downs and use one cable for your back for the rest of your life. I'm cool with that, right? I don't think I'll be missing out too much, you know? So what I'm trying to get at is like, just don't overthink it, you know? So pull down, a row, whatever you're doing, it's more so how you're doing it, right? So if I kill it here, it doesn't matter if this is a regular pull down or if it was the most expensive engineered design pullover in the freaking world, it's gonna work. So let's get real first. Moderate weight, heavy, but not too heavy. All right. Yeah. Yeah. 2. 2. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Let's do a few of those. Yeah, that's good. Nice. All right. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's just keep doing those until I don't feel like doing one more. Two. Two. Okay. Okay, let's move on to a row. Those were really good. I'm gonna even come back, but let's do a row next. So this is one machine that I barely ever take any plates off of because the leverage is really good, but it's not just like a BS machine where you can throw a million plates on it. So it's kind of an in-between because it's lighter at the bottom and it gets progressively heavier through the motion. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but this weight right now is only a foot away from this pivot point. And as I do the rep, this weight extends further away. So the force actually kind of increases, right? I'm talking torque, trigonometry kind of stuff. Hey, you thought I was gonna say shit, didn't you? But no, I think 4 here. Yeah, that's about right. And since I've already done those pull downs, I'm warm. So I don't have to really do a feeler set. Come on. All right. 2. Ooh. One more of those minimum. Maybe 2 even. That feels really good. Okay. One more. All right, I lied. I might go back maybe, but let's change it up to a pullover first. So I have a particular style that I like here, and it's not just like straight up double arm. Honestly, sometimes double arm doesn't even really do it for me, especially like dieting too. Like, I just need to squeeze. So I'm talking D handle, underhand, and a little bit like turned over like this. Like, my hand doesn't look here. I'm a little more like this kind of thing, just using the handle as like just a grip. And I'm trying to basically sheath a sword, right? So I'm holding like a knife backwards and I'm trying to bring it in to the side of my hip, right? As if I'm trying to put it away like a freaking knight. But no need to, yeah, only 80 pounds. These are gonna be good. Yeah. 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 Yeah, one more. Okay. All right. Let's finish with one more set of something, and then we'll be good. I think this is going to be it. So, same weight as before, but I'm going to try to go a little more nuts. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's pose down. All right, busting out the fancy lenses, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling, well, do I have to even say I'm feeling pumped? I feel like that's redundant. Wow, the sky's blue today. Obviously. Freaking obviously. But no, so morning weight 233. I had a little extra food last night. Let me tell you exactly how much. Because I woke up at 231 yesterday. Now that was after a day of travel, so I was kind of a little lighter and depleted. But I'm not in the business of crash dieting right now. I just want to gradually get leaner in a controlled manner, not just lose weight for its own sake. But yeah, yesterday, 2880, 300 grams of carbs, 90 grams of fats, 210 of protein, so I was actually a little bit low. Probably not going to hurt anything, honestly. If you eat a little more than a gram per pound or a little less, you're good. I'm going to aim for that gram per pound, but you know, if you're a 200-pound dude and you go to bed after eating 160 grams of protein in that day, you don't need to go to bed thinking, fuck, I should have eaten that last 40 grams. You're probably all right. Aim for that gram per pound though. So 2 pounds heavier than yesterday, and I think visually that weight is represented. Oh, here, let me do like a full-on shirt tuck to really get the full effect. I don't know if I've seen a Christmas tree through the shirt before, at least for me. So this is, yeah, let's just say this is a good freaking sign. So I don't know if they're going to keep these forever. There's a lot of Gymshark shirts that are just, I forget the term, but they're just always in stock. But I'm going to order more sets of these ones because it's like big, baggy, oversized, but super like light nylon-y. So it's a $50 shirt, but it does feel like a $50 shirt, that's for sure. Yeah, the tactical oversized. It's meant for like runners. It's kind of like an outdoor, like lightweight jogging kind of line of clothes that they did. But for me, that shirt is freaking perfect. And the blue is probably my favorite just because you could actually see all those different sort of separations and cuts and everything. But no more talking about the pump cover. Let's talk about the pump itself. Holy crap. Okay, that is, this might really be my wildest back pump ever. It's not my leanest, like I'm not as lean as I was pre-show last year, but the size and grain and just like freaking veins that are still out, even though I'm this like just, holy crap. All right, let me do a few more. I'm gonna sit here for a minute. Let me take one teensy step forward for this one. Oh my gosh. All right, well, that's sick for me. So what that tells me is this diet, damn, is working. And let me see, I just saw it a minute ago. Maybe just a little. Let me try to hit a hard one. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We're cooking with gas now. So, getting leaner, feeling good while doing it. I couldn't ask for a freaking better setup. So, I'll update you with whatever goes down next, whether I take a little pit stop to see if I got a leak in my tire, or if I go straight to cardio. But either way, badass lift. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so some time has seriously freaking passed. So I thought I was gonna finish that back workout, go do my cardio after getting my, what ended up being my tire patched because I went over a nail. And then I thought that'd be the end of it, and do my cardio at noon and whoop-de-doo. But sometimes things come up. Sometimes things get a little more on the freaking hectic side. So I just finished that post-workout cardio session, and it's 7:17. So yeah, what the freaking heck? But that's okay. That is A-O-freaking-K. As long as it gets done, as long as you clock your hours, well, then guess what? You're freaking good. So I'm gonna end up having a later cardio session tonight, probably in the basement, just for time's sake, because it's like, why drive to the gym again, especially this late? Like, that seems kind of silly. So yeah, that'll be the plan for probably pre-bed, right before the last meal of the day. But I gotta up my hydration game. I have not drank enough water. I am certain of that. So as soon as I get home, I am grabbing my ass, I don't know what. I got a bunch of like 0-calorie stuff, and I'm just gonna freaking chug it. Probably at least a half a gallon's worth in not a very substantial amount of time, which is something I should have been on my game about. I don't really have a big jug right now that I'm carrying around. I used to, but then they kind of, I don't know. So I feel like I don't like carrying around like a gallon milk jug style one, because then it might just break and then I'm really screwed. And thicker ones, or anything that's like a little more substantial, ends up just feeling kind of hefty with like walking around. I don't know. I think I should just find one that I like and stick with it just to keep on me. Because when you're dieting, at least for me, I don't have any qualms with some aspartame. I don't have any qualms with zero sugar stuff. At least for my experience, I noticed no issues at all. So take with that what you will, but I'm slamming tons of it, and it kind of makes it easier to not be like super craving for food, because I'm always sipping on something kind of sweet, and I just kind of always get that sensation of like, something's in my stomach. I'm getting that sort of sweetness, just like getting a little something. Like, I definitely would prefer having a 0-calorie drink over like chewing some gum or something. Like, that's the fluid fixation does kind of help me stick with my deficit. Not that I'm like totally dying to stick to it, but anything that makes it easier is usually going to be in your freaking best bet. So Yeah, in terms of post-workout meal, I think I've got to... Ooh, did I already eat them? No. I might be out of canned tuna. Okay, that'll be for me to check. If I am, then I'm going to have to do something else. But hopefully, I've got 60, 70-ish grams of protein worth of canned tuna with a little bit of low-fat mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, probably some maybe some chopped onions. Do a little bit of kind of a bare bones tuna salad. I think that would be quite nice. So I'll just see if that can all come together. But yeah, that 45 was not super fun. Like, it felt kind of like a long 45-minute pedal session, partly just because I was extra busy today, but also my headphones were dead. I forgot the one crucial element of having wireless headphones. You got to have the charger on you as well. So that was a little bit of a hit, and it wouldn't make any sense to stop home and swap them and then come back to the gym, because I was kind of already out at the time. Like, I can understand the logic of guys where they say they don't want to use headphones in the gym because they don't want to become reliant on them. They don't want to be dependent on having their headphones to have a good workout, which I get. I can kind of see that, but shit, man, the benefits totally outweigh the negatives. I'd rather forget my headphones every so often than not be able to blast tunes or just listen to videos while I'm doing my cardio. It just makes it so much easier. Right? So if you're still newish to the gym, or you know somebody who is, I think a little bit of a tip, which isn't like super cool. Like, we want to hear the badass tips. We want to hear, like, you got to dig deep. You got to find it within yourself to, do this, that, and the other. But really, I think you've kind of got a twofold approach to killing it. For one, you straight up just have to kill it. Go hard, go consistently, go a lot, mean it. Like, you're not going to just pass a class by showing up. Like, every time you're in the gym, really apply yourself. But also, don't torture yourself either. No one can stick to a routine which is beyond their capabilities. Now, I think there's a sweet spot where something's challenging enough but still doable, and then you progressively improve your capabilities. But if you gave me a routine and I could not do it, how the hell would I ever stick to it? So that's an issue I think happens a lot, especially New Year's times now. Is shit, man. I've never really gotten into the gym before. New Year's, I'm changing it up. This New Year's, guess what? 6 a.m. every morning. I already set my Planet Fitness membership on my phone. I'm going to make this shit happen. 6 a.m. every day this year. I'm going 365 for 365. And there's no build-up. There's no build-up to that momentum. So how likely is it that guy is going to end up sticking to that routine? So I'm not trying to hate on a lofty goal, but, don't forget, you're still a person, and people do well when they're put in a situation to adapt. You can't just instantly jump to 100%. You got to accelerate upward, So obviously aim high, but I like the idea of trying to, just be focused more so on gradual improvements rather than just like, some all-out game-changing, like, complete lifestyle swap of something that you're just probably not going to stick with. That sounds cooler. It sounds cooler to go from guy who's never worked out at all to dude who instantly killed it day one onward without any breaks or anything. But that's kind of an idealized version of, what you're aiming for, which is just something that's going to take a little while to get to, So if you know somebody you can tell they're about to burn themselves out and just end up throwing in the towel because they gave themselves strange expectations of what the gym's going to be like, right? Just try to get into focus back on, dude, did you show up? Guess what? Boom, W. Show up again tomorrow. Do the same. You don't even need a routine. You don't even need somebody to have like any kind of knowledge or basis or training program or whatever. If I just if somebody just was like, hey man, dude, I'm bringing you to the gym with me every day. I don't care what you do. Just kind of, come in, hit some shit, do a couple sets of something. You're good. After a month, I can guarantee the guy's going to be like 10 to 20 times more confident in himself just in the space. Because part of the gym is, it's not normal. It's not part of the normal everyday routine. People went to gym class in school, but that's a little bit different, right? The gym is definitely something you're going to that's a little extra. And we give it this, we give it this kind of high praise of like being, this freaking, just like a really intense, like, all right, I got to be serious, I got to look like I know what I'm doing kind of thing. And, it's not really like that, right? I mean, I stick to the basics, don't do anything too silly to get made fun of. Like, there are obviously, like, the gym cringe compilations where people are actually doing, like, some stupid stuff. That's not going to be, you doing a set of push downs and you're not totally sure about your form is not even close to, like the guy swinging around the cables like Spider-Man thinking he's doing like a calisthenics workout, right? You'll know it when you see it for sure. So, yeah, the guy who showed up 100 times out of 150 beats the guy who showed up, for 3 out of 3, and then he gave up because he said, this is fucking too much, So I know that's not a cool way to say it, but any positive incremental change adds up and multiplies and becomes exponential, and before you know it, you're a freaking baller, and you're thinking, man, fuck, I only hit 275 for 8 today on bench. Man, I knew I should have got 9. All right, just give it some time. Give it some freaking time. So, plan now. I'm actually not even gonna wait to get home. I'm gonna pull into the Sheets and grab some drinks. And then I'm gonna get ready for actually shit. First, I gotta edit this video together. I'm on a bad schedule, so that's why this was kind of a later upload. But I'm gonna get that posted, get some more food in my system, chill for a little bit, and then get ready for a little more pedaling. It's not torture. It's not like a marathon, but it is 45 minutes, and I'm sweating at the end of it. That is for freaking sure. So that's all I got for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow.